What's the word, guys? What's the word? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today is day 3 of my strong without stress plan, and we're working some shoulders, some back, some arms, and to finish some legs. Guys, tap in to this video. This is for anybody that thinks it's hard to kind of stay in shape or get in shape when they have a busy schedule. You know, you're not in high school no more, you're not in college no more. You feel me? You got kids, you own a business. Tap in. Guys, what's the word? Welcome back to my 3 day strong without stress plan. So, this is the third day of the program, and we're going to start off with shoulder presses. Again, this program is for those who don't have that much time to be in the gym 6 days a week. You just can't get into the gym 6 days a week. The pros and cons of this, right, of working out 3 days a week is pros, you have more time for everything else outside the gym. You have more time to meal prep, you have more time to spend with your family, you have more time to upgrade or grow your YouTube channel or whatever goal you have in mind, right? You have more time for everything else. But the cons of only working out 3 days a week, if you want to grow muscle, is that you have to spend a bit more time and do a bit more exercises during the days that you work out, right? So if you're working out 6 days a week, I recommend anywhere between 25 minutes to 45 minutes, right? And then you out the gym, 3 to 4 exercises. Now, if you're working out only 3 days a week, then you're gonna have to add more exercises, and it has to be like a full body plan. But you have to pick a muscle group that's important for you. For example, if you want to grow your upper body, then start with an upper body exercise. If you want to grow your legs, then start with a leg exercise, right? And then work your way down to muscle groups that are not as important to you at the moment. You feel me? And then you can switch that strategy over time. So for me, I want to grow my upper body. So the first exercise I'm going to do on the third day is a compound exercise called barbell shoulder press. And I'm going to do anywhere between 5 to 10 reps. I got to make this a bit heavier than if I was to do an isolation exercise. You get what I'm saying? So the cue for this is set your feet hip width apart, grip just outside the shoulders, unrack, ribs down, core and glutes tight, press in a straight line, move your head through the bar and fully press and lock out, fully lock out. Again, guys, this is a multi-purpose exercise. It's going to target your triceps, your shoulders, your abs as well, your rear delts, your front delts. It's a great exercise, guys. And if you want to grow your upper body, then I feel like you have to do a compound lift first, right? If you're working out 6 days a week, then it's fine to do your isolation exercises first, just to not have to go as heavy in your compound lifts. So if you fatigue your shoulders with a face pull or a dumbbell face pull, and you don't have to do that much weight on the shoulder press to target it. But I want to go a bit heavier, so this is going to be my first exercise. So anywhere from 2 to 3 sets, 5 to 10 reps. Guys, I'm just showing you different variations. You could do it with a dumbbell, you could do it with a straight bar, you could do it seated. There's many ways to get this exercise accomplished, right? With the variations, don't switch up variations every week, right? I'll recommend you staying with an exercise for 4 to 6 weeks just to see if the exercise is working, you're getting stronger. You feel me? If you change up the exercise all the time, you have nothing to track because you're always switching up the exercise. You feel what I'm saying? So, for example, week one, if I do 95 pounds on the shoulder press, then week two, I could see that if I wrote down my reps and my weights, I could see that I'm getting a little better. I added 5 pounds to the bar, right? And you can't do that when you're doing different exercises every week. You feel me? So stick to exercise and track it. See if you're getting stronger. See if your muscles is developing. You feel me? And then you also got to give yourself some time to get adjusted with the form and just to get comfortable with the exercise. After 4 to 6 weeks, you readjust and feel like, oh, this exercise sucks. It's not working for my goal. Let me just switch up the variation. And then over time, you can add the original exercise you had planned back in. But that's a way to stay consistent in the gym and to keep going. You feel what I'm saying? Just changing up the variations, but also sticking to a variation for a little bit just to see if you're progressing. Second exercise I want you guys to do. Well, what I'm doing on my plan is face pulls. Cable face pulls is an isolation exercise. As you can see, you could do it many different ways. You could do it hinged over. You could pull it to about your nose or your forehead, depending on your shoulder mobility. You can hinge over and do it with dumbbells. The goal here is just to target your upper back muscles, your rear delt muscles, as an isolation exercise for your shoulders. So here I want to do 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 20 reps, right? I know that's a wide range, 10 to 15 reps, and just fatiguing those shoulders and burning them out. All right. Third exercise of the day, I am going to do a hammer curl. So hammer curls are going to target my forearms and my biceps. And I'm going to do anywhere between 10 to 15 reps. Bicep curls and hammer curls are not as fatiguing as the other exercises, compound exercises that target multiple muscle groups. As you can see there, that only targets two muscle groups right there. So your recovery time, you could go into your next set right away. So you could rest for, depending on how heavy you go, on these, you can rest for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you can get back and do your next set. So I like to do high sets here, 3 to 4 sets, and then move on. All right. Our fourth exercise of the day, I'm doing some cable overhead tricep extensions. A great exercise to target your tricep. This is definitely mimics the bench press as well. So if you guys want to grow, get stronger in the bench press, this is an accessory you could do to target your triceps. Because when you're benching or doing any pressing movement, the last thing that kind of makes the last thing that you need to press it will be your triceps on the lockout. So if you want to grow your tricep or you want to get stronger at any particular without it, I could just the fifth exercise of the day, I have some cable rows. I like to use this double handle right here. I feel like I could get a bit deeper and a bit more of a stretch than when I use the regular handle. I don't know if you guys seen that handle. It comes with basically in all gyms. When you're doing seated cable rows, it's like that triangle bar. When I bring it to my belly button, it doesn't like I don't feel the contraction in my back as much when I do the double handles, if that makes sense. But I'm doing anywhere between 10 to 15 reps, and I'm doing 2 sets of these as well. Our sixth exercise, he is going to 6 exercises. If I were working out 6 days a week, I wouldn't do 6 exercises. Never. Right? I do 4 to 5 exercises and I'm out of there. But since I'm only working out 3 days a week, more exercises are getting done. So the sixth exercise is leg extensions, and it's an isolated exercise. So I'm going for reps here, 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 20 reps. You should just feel this in your quads. Guys, tip, when you are in the gym and somebody's using the machine, right, and they finish, don't just go right after them and do the machine the way they had it set up. You feel me? Make sure that you're adjusting the machine to your height and your comfortability. So, anyways, 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Here I have some chest, so upper body's not done. I supersetted leg extensions with some machine chest presses. And here I did 2 sets of about 8 to 10 reps. And guys, that's why I always advise you do the muscle groups that is important for you first. Because right now, even though I'm working really hard, I'm already mentally clocked out. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not as into the exercise as I was when I first walked in the gym, the first 20 minutes of me being in the gym. The last exercise of the day, we have some hamstring curls. And this is just gonna isolate my hamstrings, so the back of your thighs, right? And I know it sounds crazy, but every time I ask one of my clients, where are your hamstrings? They don't actually know where the hamstrings are. So That's just the back of your quads to make it simple, right? And this, I'll do 2 sets of 10 to 20 reps as well since it's isolated. And of course, that's it for day 3.